The yawnpocalypse begins. You know what's more contagious than the flu, more mysterious than your childhood trauma, and arguably more annoying than auto-playing YouTube ads? Yawning. But not just any yawn. Someone else's yawn. Yeah, you're out here living your life, minding your own existential dread, and suddenly someone across the room opens their mouth like they're about to swallow a demon whole. And bam, your brain's like, let's do that too. Why? No one knows. Not even the scientists who get paid to pretend they do. But don't worry, I've wasted enough time on the internet and academic rabbit holes to bring you the absurd truth. So buckle up, because this isn't just a story about yawning. This is a story about your brain being a dramatic, codependent mess that craves social chaos. Let's dive into the slowest, weirdest biological group activity you never signed up for. Your brain. A drama queen with no off switch. Here's the thing about yawns. They're like the biological version of replying LOL to a message you didn't even read. It doesn't mean anything, but your brain does it anyway to feel included. Some scientists say yawning helps cool your brain down, like it's some sort of built-in air conditioner that kicks in whenever your neurons start overheating from, I don't know, thinking about taxes. Others argue it's leftover evolutionary software, like Minesweeper on your computer. It's there. It runs, but no one really knows why. But the fun begins when someone else yawns and your body goes, oh my god, same. Let's talk about contagious yawning. Because apparently, empathy is a virus, and your face is patient zero. Monkey see, monkey yawn. Once upon a time, early humans had a big problem, staying alive. And as it turns out, one of the best ways to survive was to copy whatever the hell the group was doing. If your buddy Steve suddenly dropped his spear and started running, you didn't stop to ask questions. You just ran. That instinct, mimicry, became baked into your DNA. So when one person yawned, maybe because their brain was cooling down, or their serotonin was having a panic attack, everyone else copied it, just in case it meant something. And now, you're sitting in a Zoom meeting, and your coworker lets out a big ol' yawn, and your lizard brain panics like, are we under attack? So you yawn too, because teamwork makes the dream work, even if that dream is falling asleep during budget presentations. Mirror neurons, the ultimate emotional freeloaders. Let's talk mirror neurons, or as I like to call them, little chaos gremlins in your brain that fire every time you see someone do something mildly dramatic. These neurons light up when you watch someone cry, laugh, or scream into a pillow. They're basically your brain's way of saying, hey, I felt that, which sounds wholesome, until you realize that these neurons don't know the difference between emotional support and blind mimicry. So your friend yawns, mirror neurons throw a tantrum, and now you're yawning like you've just pulled an all-nighter fighting emotional damage. It's empathy, yes, but it's also peer pressure from inside your skull. Is your friend a sociopath? Check their yawn response. Here's where it gets even weirder. Not everyone is equally vulnerable to the yawning plague. Studies show that people with higher empathy are more likely to yawn when others do. Meanwhile, people with sociopathic tendencies barely flinch. So if you yawn and your friend stares at you like you've just barked in public, maybe reconsider that friendship. Or don't. But if your friend also doesn't return shopping carts or claps when planes land, maybe it's time to run. Also, dogs can catch yawns from humans, which is cute until you realize your Labrador has more emotional bandwidth than your ex. Yawns and Demons, a medieval love story. Historical side quest. Back in the day, people thought yawning was either a sign of the soul trying to escape, or a way to ward off demons. Yeah, in medieval Europe, if someone yawned too much, they weren't tired, they were possessed. That explains a lot about Catholic school. In some cultures, people would literally say, bless you, after a yawn, just in case a demon snuck in through your mouth like an uninvited party crasher. I mean, makes sense. You ever see someone yawn in slow motion? Looks like their face is trying to implode. No wonder medieval peasants freaked out. They didn't have science, just vibes and superstition. Timing is everything, especially for your face hole. Now let's talk timing, because yawns aren't just random. Your body has a secret yawn schedule. Turns out, we yawn more at certain times of day, mostly when we're bored, tired, or experiencing secondhand embarrassment at family gatherings. Also, the more familiar you are with someone, the more likely you are to catch their yawn, which means your brain is literally like, oh, that's Sharon. We trust Sharon. Let's imitate her biological malfunction. Meanwhile, If a stranger yawns on the subway, your brain goes, nah, that man might be cursed. This video is a trap. Try not to yawn challenge. Want a fun experiment? Try not to yawn during this video. Seriously, I dare you. Keep watching, keep breathing, and do not let your jaw betray you. Odds are you'll fail, because just thinking about yawns can make you yawn. Even reading the word yawn, yeah, that one. Your brain is a drama queen, and it hates being left out. Chimpanzees, Instagram stories, and passive-aggressive bonding. Some scientists have tried to map this behavior in primates, and guess what? Chimpanzees yawn in sync too, but only with other chimps they know. So basically, it's not just a reflex, it's a social cue. A way to say, I see you, I feel you, I too am bored out of my skull. Kind of like liking someone's Instagram story, but not their actual post. It's passive-aggressive bonding, but in biological form. Your body is just a clingy group chat. So here we are, thousands of years into evolution, billions of dollars into research, and we're still playing biological telephone with our mouths. Your body doesn't yawn because it needs to. It yawns because it wants attention. It wants connection. It wants to be seen. Or maybe it just wants you to shut up and go to bed. Final yawnspiracy. You're glitched, not broken. So the next time someone near you yawns and you find yourself mimicking their sleep-deprived mouth yoga, don't fight it. Just know. Your brain is running group therapy in the background. Uninvited, unpaid, unexplained. You're not broken. You're just socially glitched. Hit subscribe for more biological betrayals and awkward evolutionary leftovers. Or don't. But if your dog yawns tonight and you don't return the favor, he might think you're dead inside. Just saying.